A magistrate court in the Isabo area of Ogun State has granted singer Habib Okikiola, also known as Portable, bail to the tune of 2 million naira and one surety in like sum. Portable is facing a 5-count charge for conspiracy, assault, possession of firearms and other dangerous weapons capable of causing bodily harm, including unruly conduct amongst other accusations. Portable, who was charged to court by the Ogun State Police Command for allegedly assaulting 3 officials from the Ogun Planning and Development Permit Authority, pleaded not guilty to all the charges brought against him. The court stood down for 30 minutes as the state government took over the matter from the Commissioner of Police. Recall that the singer went into hiding after the police command arrested and arraigned his proteges on a 5-count charge of armed violence, felony, obstruction, assault, and conduct capable of causing breach of peace and intent to kill. Appearing before the court, the 31-year-old entertainer was seen shaking and shedding tears. The defense counsel, Oluwatoyin Ayodele, prayed that the court grants him bail, as the defendant is still presumed innocent until proven otherwise by the court. The defense counsel thereafter assured the court that the defendant would not jump bail and would stand trial.
As we prayed this morning, he has been admitted to bail, and he will come to court on the 5th of March for the trial of the matter. The condition of bail is that he is admitted to bail in the sum of 2 million naira. He will provide one surety in like sum. Then the surety must be a reliable person. And the bondsmen of Ogun State particularly will stand as surety for him.
Meanwhile, Magistrate O.L.O.K. warned that the defendant must for no reason appear on social media to discuss any issue pertaining to the court hearing on the subject or cause mayhem to anyone. The case was subsequently adjourned until March 5th. Convicted billionaire kidnap kingpin Chukwudimeme Onwumadike, also known as Evans, has told the Lagos State High Court sitting at Tafawa Balewa Square that he was prepared to surrender all his property as part of a plea bargain agreement should the court consider his application on compassionate grounds. Represented by his lawyer, Mr. Etudo Emefo, Evans, in his application before Justice Sherifat Sonaike, expressed remorse for his actions, stating that he had undergone a transformation during his time in Kirikiri Maximum Prison. According to the documents filed before the court, during his time in prison, the federal government offered Evans and other inmates the opportunity to further their education, which he took advantage of and was granted a scholarship. As a result, he earned a national certificate in education in economics and is now a teacher, no longer identifying as a criminal. It was gathered that copies of his NCE certificate and project work were submitted as appendices. Consequently, the prosecuting counsel, Alaba Kuku, has told Justice Sherifat Sonaike that the defendants had expressed interest in pursuing plea bargain agreements with the state government. Kuku confirmed that Evans' counsel, Etudo, had given him an advance copy of the application, which is currently before the state government for consideration. And now to security. The Defense Headquarters says its troops have neutralized a total of 82 terrorists and arrested 198 other suspects between 14th to 21st February 2025. The information is contained in a statement by the Director of Defense Media Operations, Major General Marcus Kange, this Friday in Abuja. Kange added that troops also apprehended 22 perpetrators of oil theft and rescued 93 kidnapped hostages. In the South-South region, troops foiled oil theft estimated to the tune of about 587,190,740 naira only. Additionally, troops recovered 86 assorted weapons and 2,040 assorted ammunition, respectively. The defense spokesman noted that the successes recorded was as a result of coordinated joint operations between troops of the armed forces, Office of the National Security Advisor, as well as other security agencies and hybrid forces. He assured Nigerians of the military's commitment to the discharge of its constitutional responsibility of the protection of lives and properties. Now, a yet-to-be-identified student has been reportedly killed after parts of a classroom block collapsed at the Government Girls Science and Technical College in the Potiskum local government area of Yobe State. The incident was said to have occurred on Thursday during class hours. It was gathered that the students were standing in the corridor of the classroom when the roof caved in on them. Meanwhile, an unascertained number of students were also said to have been injured in the incident after being trapped under the rubble. Report says that emergency responders were joined by the school officials to evacuate the students, who were immediately taken to a specialist hospital for medical treatment. In one of the pictures posted by a news platform, the Commissioner of Basic and Secondary Education, Professor Abba Adam, and the Executive Secretary of the State Science and Technical Education Board, Dauda Atiaye, were seen at the scene of the incident for an on-the-spot assessment. They were also said to have visited the specialist hospital where the injured students were receiving medical care. Meanwhile, the cause of the collapse had yet to be determined as of the time of filing this report. The complex and multifaceted conflict in the Democratic Republic of Congo has persisted due to several factors. News takes us through some of the key reasons and events that have led to the ongoing conflict in the DRC.
The Democratic Republic of Congo was a Belgian colony and numerous natural resources which has been exploited by colonial powers, thereby creating economic and social inequalities. After gaining its independence in 1960, the DRC experienced a civil war which led to the assassination of its prime minister, Patrice Lumumba, and the rise of dictator Mobutu Sese Seko. Ethnic tensions and regional interference leading to the 1994 Rwanda genocide, where a massive influx of Hutu refugees migrated into the DRC, regrouped and began to launch attacks on Rwandans. Rwanda and Uganda have been accused of backing rebel groups such as the M23 to exploit the country's natural resources, which has further fueled the conflict.
It is important to note that as early as 1950, the Americans and the Belgians had recruited Joseph Mobutu to work for the CIA. So at all times, Mobutu was working for the CIA. So the international community in its approach to Congo do not want a Congo that is united, a Congo that is functioning, and the other smaller players. These are business people who simply want to see a Congo that is confused so that they can have their own spheres of influence where they can do their mining. And it's not only mining that is done in Congo, there is also lumbering that is done in Congo. And once you have a situation where there are so many interests with poor infrastructure, then of course you find yourself in an environment where dispute resolution is not very easy.
With the abundance of natural resources the DRC is blessed with, it has become rather sad that the country remains one of the poorest countries in the world, with the conflict giving rise to poverty and inequality. The country has suffered many setbacks in the hands of a weak and corrupt government, which has failed to provide basic amenities to its citizens. Election disputes, especially the 2018 presidential election, have been identified as a major factor contributing to several conflicts, leading to the displacement of millions of people, with many forced to flee their homes and seek refuge in other parts of the country or in neighboring countries. The conflict has been marked by widespread human rights abuses, including killings, rape, and forced recruitment of child soldiers. These factors have created a complex and volatile situation in the DRC, making it difficult to achieve lasting peace and stability. Florence Joshua reporting for News Desk.
You can follow up on latest events and happenings around you via our social media platforms on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Clearview News Desk, or via our handle on X, formerly known as Twitter, at Clearview Online. Many thanks for watching. I am Gloria Atta. Bye for now.